Welcome to today's vlog. So this vlog started out as a mini vlog. If you've not been seeing my mini vlogs on shorts and reels, you are actually missing out. But by the end of today, I realized that it was not going to be anything mini and I didn't want to break it up in parts. So we have a full vlog. So welcome to today's vlog. Let's get this day started. I dragged myself out of bed like past 9 and went to do a workout. This was me trying to do the win sign, the W sign that San does. I was playing 80s win song in my head all morning. That's what even made me drag myself out of bed. Anyways, I went to the supermarket because I had some stuff I needed to pick up. It was very nostalgic passing this skincare shop because every time I came to this mall, I used to enter there, but I haven't been there in months. But yeah, anyways, got into Market Square and immediately went for my spice rack. I needed to buy some spices. Didn't find sesame oil, so I ended up buying like dark soy. Now, today was a Sunday, and I hate coming to Market Square on a Sunday because look at this crowd. I couldn't even see the pastries, and we all know that I always stop and get pastries. Finally, I was able to see my puff puff, so I got some. Got other stuff as well, and then I went to look at what the checkout line is going to look like. Of course, there were queues everywhere, so I dropped my cart and continued shopping. Got this Hawaii soup again. I'm still trying it. I think I like it actually, so I got it again. Every time I see the price of tampon and pads, I scream, and I literally did scream when I see the guy that was standing there was just looking at me screaming because I was like, what? Why is it so expensive? Went back to the queue and I had my donut while I waited, and finally I was able to check out. It wasn't really bank breaking, it was a short trip, Anyways, and then I put myself back in the car and headed home. I hadn't had breakfast yet, and by this time it was already lunchtime. So I went back home, really loved this shot, that's why it's here. Really love my auntie room. I literally made a shot, I'll post that later. And then I had what was now lunch. Now, Daisy doesn't talk yet, but she came to me and indicated she needed me to take her cooking baths upstairs. So as per my boss now, that is exactly what I did. Morgan came around and we sat and had a discussion again, talking, planning content. And then I watched Jane's episode, Bangtan Bomb, of when he was torchbearer in Paris. I felt so good seeing the crowd that showed up for him in Paris. Like, it was the best. Anyways, the weather was nice, so I went outside and shot some content, came back in and watched Jimmy. I was showing Morgan this performance because I really, really love it. If you're Army watching this, let me know in the comments which song is your favorite from Muse. Mine is Slow Dance. Anyways, Daisy started fussing. Eventually, she slept. Later on in the evening, we went to the kitchen and I made some, air-fried turkey because Big Brother was coming on, and I knew my sister was coming and her friends were coming. So they finally came and they watched Big Brother. I barely concentrated. I was doing other stuff on my phone. This was the turkey that I grilled. And then I tried to get my sister to watch 80s. You're really living. Anyway, since she wasn't game, this is always game, so I played Ronaldo Got the Matching Band for Daisy. She loves this song, she sings along, and then I showed them Megan's new, Mamushi video as well, and then we started watching this movie on Prime, which I didn't know was out. I haven't even seen a trailer. Why haven't I? And this is why I wanted to end the vlog with watching this performance of It Win, the song I started the day with. But I checked my message and my friend had told me that the closing ceremony for the Olympics had started. So, of course, I wanted to tune into that. And it was so boring. This was the only thing that was exciting a bit. This guy, playing the piano in the air. Until when they started the speeches and then they brought out the athletes that have won representing each continent and someone from the refugee team. This guy from Cuba, the one in blue, his name is Martin Lopez from Cuba. He has won gold 5 consecutive Olympic Games. That is so inspiring. And then after both mayor of LA and France did their handover, came out to sing the anthem, which was really cool. Tom Cruise did his stunts, which initially I thought, is that it? And then he did the whole spiel of collecting the flag from Simone, got on a bike, drove through Paris, drove inside a plane, jumped down the plane in LA. Like, this whole thing, I was like, this is the Olympics closing ceremony that I signed up for. Paris was so boring. I'm sorry to all involved. I mean, this whole thing of handing over the flag, driving through LA, getting to the beach, even the thing with the sign. Of course, I know it didn't happen then. This was probably taped, but the whole thing gave me the vibes. And I started thinking about, LA 2028, where am I going to be? And then, of course, Billie Eilish performed as well. Red Hot Chili Pepper also performed. And then Snoop came out. This was the closing ceremony I grew up watching and loving. If you don't sit in your house and watch something and shout the way I shout, I don't know what to tell you. Not copyright being my ops, this part of the video initially had the sound in it where I was just screaming. So I had to come back and redo this voiceover. The early introduction of LA 2028 really saved this show. And then I started thinking about all the iconic photos that this Olympics has given us. Brazilian surfer Gabriel Bedinda with this iconic shot. Tara Davis Woodhull and her husband, who is a Paralympic, by the way. Kim Ye-yi, the shooter from South Korea, this shot was epic. This other guy from Turkey as well. And then, of course, this trio. Oh, my God. All the stories from all the different people who participated in this Olympics was really beautiful. There were so many stories. Tara's story and her husband, Simone, coming back and getting on top. Like, all the stories reminded me of what the Olympics is truly all about. I think this is the part I actually enjoyed the most. Oh, and also all the collecting of the pins. Even cute stories like finding out that shooter from Korea, Kim Ye-yi, that blankie, that stuffy is her daughter's own. Like, all those stories like that really reminded me of the unity we have as a people. This lady singing when they went back to Paris to close the show was also very amazing. And that was all I did today. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you do, because the content that I'm busy planning, you do not want to miss out. Make sure that you're subscribed on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you're following. I'll even go as far as saying, make sure you also find my TikTok. Maybe I'll link my TikTok. I don't think I've ever done that before. But yeah, everything will be linked below. Content is going to be hitting you left, right, and center. This one is a promise. And I'll see you next time. Bye.